Hi and welcome. We're on day 21 of our 21-day challenge. Never did I even imagine that these 21 days are just going to fly past the way they have. But before you know, the 21st day is actually here. It's been an incredible journey, and I just want to take a few moments to thank you because the kind of response that I've received, the kind of learning that has emerged, the kind of a beautiful journey that it's been, my heart just fills up with gratitude to each one of you who've been regular, logging in at 7:30 p.m. every day or catching up with the replays every day. It's been such a phenomenal response, and thank you so much for this. Hi, I'm Vidisha Kaushal, your coach and catalyst in creating a conscious life. And if you're new, then we were on this journey since 21 days. Each day is independent of the previous days. So you can just hop on any day and finish what we are doing for that day. And then you can catch up with the rest of the videos as well. So it's been an incredible journey. My heart is quite filled right now. It's quite full, sorry. And as I look back at some of the things that we have addressed, some of the things that we have worked with, it's quite phenomenal the progress that we have achieved. So, what have we really deep dived into? We worked with the relationships, we worked with your creativity, we worked with the body, we worked with the thoughts, your quality of day to day life, self love, self care. What else did we work on? Prosperity. We worked on prosperity and abundance, on the ability to learn also. We had a lovely session yesterday on the law of giving and receiving and how it works. What do you stand to gain? Habits versus inspiration. What is it that's more important? I think there are just so many spheres that we touch, things like forgiveness, which hardly anybody seems to talk about. We worked with, being creative in day to day life. How do you work through the tapestry of relationships? Where does it all lead back to? Playfulness, joy. These were things that we touched upon in nearly every single session. And of course, we had a very, very special meditation, did we? The triple four meditation, which was such a hit, which suddenly sent everything, going upward. Even for my channel, it was quite amazing. I think it has about 350 views or something like that, like on a couple of days, because that's when 4th of April is when we launched it. So we worked with cleansing, with grounding. So important. So if you're somebody who's missing grounding, go back to that session. It's so important. Authenticity. How do you become authentic? How do you work with being authentic? These are just some of the things that we address. This is not even the entire list. If I actually check with the list, there's handling negativity, there's what else? Self-love and self-acceptance, your body, your health. Such a comprehensive list really of things that we have traveled, the journeys that we have traveled. And I want to take a moment to applaud each one of you as you have embarked on this journey, worked with this journey. So whether you work through all 21 days or you managed to do a little bit or you managed to just attend on a single day, I think I applaud you because you have the courage to do what 90% people don't have the courage to do, which is to go inward. Today, when the whole world is rushing around in fear, in psychosis, wondering what's going to happen to them, it's so easy to be led by that. It's so conditioned to be led by the media and to get programmed with all of that. But you're the rare few courageous ones who chose to step back and say, I get to decide in these 21 days how I build up my energy. How do I work with my energy? So, yeah, I really say congratulations to each one of you because I think it's a rare feat. I also want to thank you for the kind of learning that has emerged for me. For the longest time, I would not launch my YouTube channel because I was wanting to do the perfect thing. And because in this case, the intention was far bigger than me or my personal ambitions, it was about serving you. It was about being of service, helping humanity at this time. So that mission propelled me to go far beyond all the perfectionism and blocks that I may have had. And here we are with raw, real stuff. right? None of this is professional. I actually had to overcome a lot of resistance within me, and I just want to be authentic and real with each one of you. So that's why I'm sharing this, so that you know that even today, as I've worked on myself through years and years, I am work in progress. I'm working with my own blocks, my own resistance. And so can you, so can each one of you. So as you keep working with me, you'll realize I'll constantly share these stories. I like being real. I find immense freedom in being real rather than being put up on this pedestal where I don't even want to be. So yeah, that's how the journey has been for me. And I thought today, what better thing to do than to actually recommend a few resources through which you can carry on with this journey and carry this momentum forward. Why does it have to be just about these 21 days? It could be about living a life, which is like this, living a life of meaning, living a life of productivity with energy, with happiness and joy. And I think we all deserve it, don't we? So if you think you deserve it, I want you to declare it in the comments. This is very important. Put it down in the comments. I deserve it. This is not something that you're telling me, you're actually telling the universe. I deserve it because you do. So now that you pause, type that out, I'm going to share a few resources with you which might help you. Most of these resources are free, some of them are paid, and I'll be sharing what they are. So, first and foremost, I'll share a few resources that I offer. And the first one, if you're not there already, is my Facebook Academy. I have a Life Academy on Facebook. I will put the link down in the description. You just have to click it, answer 3 questions, and then join the group. Why do you have to answer 3 questions? Because we want to make sure the right people get there. In the past, we had people joining in who started putting ads for mobile phones and all sorts of things. So yes, we want to make sure this tribe is high vibration and you all stand to gain over here. So that's why those 3 questions, answer those, get in. Okay. On what do we do here? We have some amazing video sessions which are exclusive to this group. They will never be put on YouTube. There is also some amazing amount of self work that is mapped out in the coming times. So you stand to gain a lot. Get on board. Don't hesitate. It's absolutely free. And you'll be the first ones to know about any special things that I have, any webinars, any offers, any courses, any free opportunities, any challenges. You'll be the first ones to know. Even before it goes on my Facebook page, my public Facebook page, you will get the information. So get there. That's number one. Number two is I actually have a podcast. It's on Anchor, and I'm going to link that in the description as well. And it's called Monday Musings. So if you've not already been there, every Monday we set the intention for the week to come. And trust me, this is something that everybody loves. There have been Mondays where I've not posted till a certain time, and then I start getting messages, where's Monday Musings? Because all of us are so used to consciously creating our reality, consciously putting our intention out, saying, this is the energy I want to focus on for this week. So it flows very beautifully. It's again a very raw and real sharing. There's a mini meditation that I share in that. So if you want to be a part of that, just make sure you get to this link, subscribe, so that you're not waiting for my updates constantly. Rather, you are informed by the system itself that there's a new podcast and you go ahead and listen to it. And don't forget that if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, before I forget, make sure you do that right now. Like pause the video and do it right now. Because here there's a lot that's going to come up. I'll share a little bit about that later. The third thing that I want to recommend is a newsletter, which is by James Clear. It is amazingly simple, beautiful. I love that newsletter. So I'm putting the link down in the description. You just click it and you will start getting the newsletter. This is one of my favorite writers. I'm going to share a little bit about him. But James Clear's newsletter is a piece of art. It's one of the most minimalistic and most beautiful newsletters that I've ever seen. So you get your hands on it. I want to share the goodness with everybody. I don't want to keep it to myself only. So go ahead and click and get onto his newsletter. What is the next one? But there are so many movies that you can watch. There's so many beautiful films on manifestation, on life, on emotions, on magic, how the magic of life unfolds. Get your hands on these movies. I'll try and recommend some in some time. I don't have some handy right now, but I'm going to be sharing recommendations in the upcoming videos. And we'll have spiritual cinema happening. Some of the most beautiful spiritual films I've seen come from Hay House. And there's one called The Shift, which is about the life of Dr. Wayne Dyer. That's something I highly recommend. Another beautiful free resource. It's there on YouTube. You can log in and you can actually watch it. It's the movie called Heal Your Life. And it's absolutely free. It's available in English and in many other languages. Just check it out. So similarly, there are many more beautiful films. The Secret is there. If you haven't watched that, make sure you watch it. But there are so many amazing films. There's so much amazing music. There are so many affirmations which have been sung into songs. And I think that's a wonderful way to program your subconscious mind consciously, right? To work with it the way you want it to be programmed. So check out these songs, these affirmation songs, and so many of them are on YouTube. Just go ahead and log on and find them and start playing them in the background as you do your work. These are subtle ways of programming yourself and getting the most out of your day and your time also. What else do we have? Yes, the final one. Of course, there are many more things I'll keep sharing as we go along. But today I thought, how about sharing my top 5 books? And of course, these books are available as ebooks, as audiobooks, and whatnot. So you can go ahead and check out whatever format works for you. I'll try and see if I can set up my account on Amazon. So I'll put that down in the description box so you can just go and buy from there or pick them up from there so that you don't have to hunt for them and you find it all in one place. So, what are these books? Now, these are books that I have lived by. These are not books that I've just chanced upon or been told about. These are books that I've lived by. So, I surely can talk for hours on them, but I'm going to try and give you the gist of it, tell you what the book is about, and let you know the name and the author. So, first is what I call my Bible. This is the book called You Can Heal Your Life, and it's by Louise Hay. I hope you can see it clearly. It's by Louise Hay, and this comes in several covers. There have been several editions, and this is a very old edition, and it says over 39 million copies sold. I'm sure by now this is like way over 100 million or something like that, because this is a very old edition that I have. And so what is this book about? This is a book about really, uh, you know, healing your life, healing all aspects of your life. And when I say the word healing, what I mean is to restore it back to its original, unhurt, unhealed form. Healed form. So, what do I mean by that? See, the word healing means to restore, to put it back together again. So, when things get broken, shattered through pain, through experiences in life, when you get hurt, when you accumulate emotions, that's what is called an unhealed state. Healed and unhealed doesn't mean you got a wound of some kind or a psychiatric disorder necessarily. It's about being hurt, being in pain, being scattered in life, having various aspects of yourself broken down. And so this book is a beautiful book to go by. You can work with your body, you can work on your mind, you can work on your emotions through this book. This book changed my life. I can go on and on about it. If you're somebody who's facing any kind of physical issues, you've got to get this book. There is a list of all the possible diseases in the world and what could be the metaphysical causes. I'm waiting for the camera to focus. Okay, yeah. And how do you undo it through your thoughts? How do you undo it through your emotions? It's a beautiful book. Just get your hands on it. And Louise Hay is one of the most amazing people who brought so much to this planet. So if this book calls out to you, just grab it. The second one that I recommend is a book called Radical Forgiveness. I hope you can see it. It's in white, so maybe not. It's called Radical Forgiveness, and it's by somebody called Colin Tipping. Radical Forgiveness is a book for people who really want to go deep into the aspect of forgiveness. Maybe there's somebody you've not been able to handle in life. Maybe somebody's given you a lot of pain. Maybe there is a lot of suffering that has come your way. or maybe you're just interested in clearing everything and welcoming the new. And that's when a book like this will fall out to you. This book is not for everybody. It is not a light read by any means. It's a very beautiful book on getting your fundamental understanding of forgiveness clear. We all understand forgiveness in all the wrong ways, most of us. So this book really, really clears it out for you. It is a fantastic book for anybody who's looking for some sense of justice in this universe, who's looking for some sense to all this chaos and pain and suffering that occurs. So it's a lovely book. Just get your hands on it. But like I said, it's not a light book. It's quite a, as you can see, the book is a big book, the physical book. If you're getting an ebook or an audiobook, it'll of course ease the process a little bit, um, as in you just listen to one small chunk and then you listen to another one. But this is a book to be studied literally. And one of my top recommendations to work with forgiveness, especially if you're stuck in life, if you don't want to be in resentment. Maybe it's with a parent, with a spouse, with a somebody you loved once upon a time, or somebody you were stuck with, or yourself, most importantly. Then just get this book. You don't even need to think twice. Another beautiful book that I want to recommend is a book called The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down. And this is by somebody called Hemin Sunim. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. This is one of the most gorgeous books you can get your hands on. Do you know what I do every day? I simply open a page and I read what is written there. And most of the times it's such a beautiful piece that is written. For example, right now, it says, life is like a slice of pizza. It looks delicious in the advertisement, but when we actually have it, it is not as good as we imagined. If you envy someone's life, remember the pizza in the ad. It always looks better than it is. Have you ever selected a cheaper dish from a menu than the one you really wanted, only to regret your choice when it arrived? Always go with your first choice if you can afford it. It is better than a life filled with regrets. Such simple pieces, and they're so profound. In addition, you'll see some of the most gorgeous illustrations, full page illustrations. And I don't think this is, sorry about the bell, I don't think this is coming across on the camera as beautiful as it is, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So this is a book which you slow down. It propels you to relax. So if you're somebody who wants something, a resource to slow down, a resource to read a little bit every day, nothing heavy, something about real life, something which is almost Zen-like, but about practical life, then this is the book I would highly, highly recommend to you. And it's a gorgeous book to have. Just to hold it in your hands and just to see those illustrations, it's a lovely piece as such. So the next one is a book called Atomic Habits. And I know, yeah, you can see it better now. I go on and on about it. Atomic Habits is a book that I absolutely love and swear by because this book has changed my life. It is a book that you want to get if you are someone who's been working with spirituality, but at the same time wants to create personal success. So if your version of personal success has certain life goals, maybe you want to be a certain kind of a person, or you want to create certain things for yourself, certain experiences, then this is the book to get. It's absolutely incredible. I have been going on and on about it. I wonder if the focus is right. Kind of get the camera focus right. Yeah. So I know I go on and on about this book. This is by James Clear, by the way. This book is by James Clear. So this is the newsletter that I want you to get. Okay. So yeah, this book is all about tiny changes, tiny habits that make a big, huge difference to your life. And it's all about 1% improvement in yourself. Trust me, I implemented this even to these YouTube videos. If you look at my first video and you look at this one, it has been going through those tiny changes every day. I would discover that the audio is not as great as I want it to be, and I would make changes there. I made changes in so many things. I went live and then I started recording. And all that is because of this book. This book doesn't allow you to be disheartened. Rather, it allows you to understand that it's a part of the process. All these improvements, these shifts, these changes are part of the process. So just get your hands on this book. I absolutely love this book. The next one that I'm sharing, I'm sorry I've covered it because it's a very precious book to me. It's called The Power of Now. And let me see if I can uncover it for you guys. The Power of Now is a book by Eckhart Tolle, and this is a book on mindfulness. So if any of you are keen to study mindfulness, if you've been looking forward to understand mindfulness better, there is no better resource than this. So this is what the cover looks like. I hope you can see it. Yeah, this is what it looks like. The Power of Now. And because I've read it so many times and I keep reading it, I cover it because otherwise then I leave all kinds of marks and I don't want to do that. But if you check my book Atomic Habits, it's well marked, ripped, literally pages are coming out because it's been read so much. So different books, I have different feelings towards them. This is more of a DIY manual for me. And this is more about, living life, the power of now. So Power of Now, like I said, is about mindfulness. And if you want to start learning about mindfulness, I highly, highly recommend this book. If you're somebody who already practices mindfulness, maybe you're doing Vipassana or something else, even then get your hands on this book. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, these are my top 5 recommendations. I hope this is handy and I hope you can get these books. I'm going to put the link in the description so that you can just click and get there. Everything that I mentioned, I'm going to put in the description because I want to make this really, really easy for you. And most importantly, I want to make sure you do this. When everything is given, then people tend to do it. So yeah, I look forward to your sharing from this entire program. I want to hear your thoughts about these 21 days or whatever number of days you have attended. I really would love your feedback on this because this is the first time I'm doing this on YouTube. You're the ones who've given me the courage, and I would love to receive feedback from you. How has this journey been for you? How has this video and all the other videos been for you? Have they been useful? And if they have, what are the things that you learned during this journey? Please share as much as you can. Your comments are extremely precious to me and they help me to tweak my way forward. That's how I get to know what you want and I'm able to offer you exactly that. So yeah, I look forward to your sharing. Second thing is, please share this with more and more people. Everybody on earth deserves happiness. Everyone deserves, to feel worthy, to truly live the life that they want to live, to thrive. So share it with everyone. Decide right now who are the 5 people you're going to forward this to so that you can impact their lives. Just sitting at home doing nothing, you can actually contribute to somebody's life. That's a beautiful way of giving. We were talking about giving in yesterday's video. So this is an easy way to share. And get into the Life Academy, which is linked down in the comments. Get on to Monday Musings. It's absolutely free. Grab James's newsletter. You will absolutely love it. Those of you who've been asking for more and more resources, I'm giving you plenty. Fill your ocean of abundance with as much as you can because you receive as much as you want to. Some of you have also asked if I'm available anywhere else. There is an app called thinkrite.me and all my meditations for sound healing are available there. It's a paid app. I'm there with many beautiful, amazing masters such as Sister Shivani, and we bring to you a world of peace and happiness right at your fingertips because you just have to log on to the app and you have access to 9 of us, in fact. So just try it out. These books, yes, they're all yours. And I want to hear from you what topics you want me to address. Now that I'm going to start preparing weekly videos for all of you, every week I'm going to share something to start with. Then we'll see if the demand is more, I'll start making more videos. But for now, it'll be once a week. So put that down in the comments, write down at least 1 or 3 topics that you want to request for. And I'll make sure I grab these down so that I can address them at some point or the other. This is absolutely beautiful and overwhelming for me. And I send you loads of love from the bottom of my heart. Always remember, you are the abundance that you seek. So have a beautiful time. Enjoy the journey ahead and stay connected. Bye.